They look like snakes. They require no nets to catch. And they generate millions in export revenue. Meet Japan's most mysterious seafood, the eel. Welcome to AgroWorks USA, where we uncover the systems powering the global food supply. In this episode, we dive into the world of Japanese eel farming, an industry where ancient migration meets modern aquaculture. Once heavily dependent on wild harvest, Japan made a breakthrough in 2010 by breeding eels entirely in captivity, ushering in a new era for unagi. These slippery fish start as glass eels, barely the size of a finger, and grow for years in precision-controlled ponds before becoming a prized delicacy in restaurants and supermarkets. From high-tech hatcheries and round-the-clock disease monitoring to traditional charcoal grilling and vacuum-sealed packaging, eel farming blends science, craftsmanship, and cultural heritage into one extraordinary process. With major farms producing up to 1,000 tons per year, this industry not only meets high demand, but also reduces pressure on endangered wild stocks. Stay with us as we follow the journey from seed to sushi and explore how Japan is reinventing the way we farm one of the world's most valuable aquatic species. If you enjoy learning about food, farming, and innovation, like this video and subscribe to AgroWorks USA. Japanese eel Anguilla japonica is a snake-like fish that can grow over 1 meter in length. Native to East Asia, it thrives in brackish waters such as river mouths, estuaries, coastal lakes, and even some freshwater reservoirs. Beyond its culinary appeal, especially in iconic dishes like unagi, the eel is valued for its high nutritional profile. Rich in protein, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamins A and B12, and even believed to have medicinal properties in some Asian traditions. Despite its popularity, Japanese eel reproduction in captivity was once considered nearly impossible. For decades, the industry relied exclusively on wild-caught juveniles known as glass eels. These tiny, transparent larvae migrate naturally from the sea into rivers and are harvested seasonally, often at a price of up to $80 per eel due to scarcity and strict regulations. A groundbreaking achievement in 2010 changed this trajectory. Japan became the first country to successfully breed and rear Japanese eels entirely in captivity. Today, eel farms use both hatchery-bred and wild-sourced glass eels. These young eels are reared in controlled hatchery environments that mimic their natural conditions, utilizing fresh spring water, stable temperatures, and high oxygenation levels. Farms like Yamada Swan go further by eliminating the use of antibiotics and chemicals, ensuring a cleaner, safer product. This early-stage culture phase plays a critical role in survival and growth. It reduces dependency on declining wild stocks while also laying the foundation for sustainable, high-quality production in later grow-out phases. After the fragile glass eel stage, young eels are transferred into grow-out systems where they spend up to 3 years developing into market-sized fish. In Japan's largest eel farms, like Yamada Swan in Kagoshima, this phase takes place in massive indoor or semi-outdoor tanks. The farm alone operates 150 tanks, each capable of housing 30,000 eels, producing up to 1,000 tons per year, equivalent to more than 4.5 million eels. The tanks are carefully designed to replicate natural conditions. Clean and mineral-rich spring water sourced from the mountains ensures high oxygen content and optimal temperature control. These systems avoid chemical treatments or antibiotics, relying instead on natural filtration and strict hygiene standards to prevent outbreaks. Disease management is a top priority. With so many eels in close quarters, a single infection can spread rapidly. To combat this, farms employ round-the-clock monitoring. Staff inspect water quality, feeding behavior, and even scent changes in the tanks, subtle indicators that can signal early signs of stress or disease. Cannibalism is another major risk as eels mature. Weekly grading sessions are held to sort and separate the eels by size. Keeping similarly sized individuals together reduces aggression and ensures equal access to food. This grow-out phase is where both biology and management intersect. Through precise environmental control, real-time observation, and careful population dynamics, Japan's eel farms maintain high survival rates while minimizing stress and environmental impact. What do you think about Japan's eel farming process? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update from AgroWorks. Feeding is a cornerstone of successful eel farming in Japan, directly affecting growth, health, and final product quality. Farmers typically feed eels twice daily around 4 a.m. and 3:15 p.m. timed to align with natural feeding behaviors. Diets are customized by life stage. Young eels receive high-protein powdered feed, while older ones transition to pellets. These feeds are carefully formulated with fish meal, fish oil, vitamins, and minerals to support digestion, muscle growth, and disease resistance. Technicians monitor appetite and adjust rations to avoid both underfeeding and excess waste. Over 12 to 36 months, eels grow from transparent juveniles to market-ready fish weighing around 200 grams. Growth depends on water temperature, quality, and feeding efficiency. Farms aim for uniform size and weight to meet commercial standards. Feed conversion efficiency is another critical factor. Although eels are relatively efficient converters of feed into biomass, any uneaten food risks fouling the water and triggering disease. Farmers mitigate this with careful rationing and regular tank maintenance. This phase exemplifies the balance between modern husbandry and natural biology. By matching feed types and timing to eel physiology, farmers not only promote healthy development, but also reduce environmental impact. Sustainable feed practices are essential in maintaining water quality and ensuring the long-term viability of intensive eel aquaculture. Once eels reach market size, typically after 12 to 36 months, they are carefully harvested to preserve both product quality and animal welfare. Farmers begin by herding the eels into one side of the pond using soft nets or underwater barriers to avoid stress and damage. Specialized suction hoses connected to water pumps then transfer the eels into sorting tanks. This minimizes handling and keeps the fish in excellent condition. Workers manually sort the eels by size and weight. Smaller ones are returned to the pond to grow, while market-ready eels, usually around 200 grams, proceed to the next stage. To maintain freshness, the eels are placed in ice-cold water or covered with flake ice, serving as a natural sedative that lowers their metabolic rate without harming tissue. This keeps them alive but calm during transport. Transport methods depend on destination. Live eels are moved in oxygenated tanks with chilled water. Those going to processing plants are packed in insulated crates with strict refrigeration controls to maintain the cold chain. Each step, from harvest to delivery, is precisely managed to ensure hygiene, consistency, and compliance with food safety standards. These practices help maintain the premium quality that defines Japanese eel products. Do you think weight-based sorting makes a difference in eel production? And are there any emerging harvesting technologies you believe could improve efficiency? Share your insights in the comments. We'd love to hear from you at AgroWorks. Once harvested, eels enter a highly controlled processing environment designed to balance hygiene, efficiency, and product quality. The first step is cleaning, removing the thick mucus layer using specialized rotating brushes and water jets. This step ensures the meat is fully exposed and ready for precise filleting. Next, eels are transferred to automated filleting machines that slice them along the spine with minimal waste. These systems are equipped with imaging sensors and blade guides, allowing for clean, consistent cuts. Human staff oversee each line, checking for anomalies and ensuring the machines maintain accuracy without damaging the delicate meat. After filleting, the eel is placed on a conveyor for grilling, the signature step that transforms raw eel into unagi kabayaki. The fillets pass through a series of charcoal-based ovens, a traditional Japanese method known for enhancing flavor and aroma. Between each grilling stage, the eel is lightly steamed to soften the flesh, then basted repeatedly with a sweet, savory tear sauce. This glazing process not only adds flavor, but creates the iconic, shiny, caramelized finish. Despite automation, chefs still play a vital role adjusting smoke levels, sauce thickness, and grilling time to maintain flavor consistency across batches. The result is a tender, richly flavored fillet ready for packaging or further culinary preparation. This processing method preserves tradition while embracing technology, producing premium quality eel that meets modern standards for food safety, flavor, and efficiency. After being expertly grilled and glazed, the eel fillets are quickly cooled and transferred to the packaging area, where hygiene and freshness are top priorities. Vacuum sealing machines designed for seafood lock in moisture and flavor while preventing contamination. Each fillet is sealed in airtight trays or pouches to reduce oxygen exposure and extend shelf life. For export or long-term storage, a blast freezing step drops the eel's core temperature below 8 degrees Celsius. This preserves texture and taste for months without using chemical preservatives. Every package includes a traceable label: farm origin, harvest date, batch number, and storage guidelines. These details help meet global food safety standards and increase transparency for consumers. The sealed products are then stored in temperature-controlled rooms before being loaded into refrigerated trucks or shipping containers. For high-end unagi served in gourmet restaurants, maintaining an unbroken cold chain is critical to ensure top quality upon arrival. Thanks to these high standards, Japan's eel farms consistently deliver safe, premium products, whether for domestic markets or international export. Were you impressed by how Japan ensures food safety without relying on preservatives? Do you think this model should be adopted across all seafood industries? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for more stories from AgroWorks USA. Eel farming is one of Japan's most valuable aquaculture industries, centered around beloved dishes like kabayaki, unagi sushi, and hitsumabushi. These meals hold cultural importance, especially during midsummer festivals when eel is believed to restore energy and stamina. Japan consumes over 70% of the world's eel supply, acquiring more than 100,000 tons annually through farming and imports. The industry's value is clear. Glass eels can cost up to $80 each, while farmed adults fetch $20–30 per kilogram. A single eel dish can range from $25 to $50 in restaurants. Farms like Yamada Swan raise over 4.5 million eels annually, supporting jobs and rural economies. These operations serve both Japan's domestic market and export markets in China, Taiwan, and South Korea, regions that value Japanese eel for its quality and safety standards. Although farming eels is labor-intensive and expensive, the industry endures by combining traditional culinary practices with high-tech farming and strict hygiene. With wild eel populations in decline due to overfishing and habitat loss, aquaculture now plays a crucial role in meeting demand while preserving this iconic species. Eel aquaculture in Japan is more than a profitable industry. It's a tool for conservation and rural renewal. As wild stocks of Anguilla japonica decline due to overfishing and habitat loss, farming helps reduce pressure on natural populations. Through artificial breeding and controlled grow-out systems, producers can meet demand sustainably while preserving a species deeply tied to Japanese culinary heritage.
Restaurants like
the industry
this
also
can sell
supports
40 to
rural
50
economies.
tons of eel.
In coastal areas like Kagoshima and Shizuoka, large eel farms provide jobs across the supply chain, from hatchery technicians to processing plant workers, helping revitalize aging communities. Still, environmental and ethical concerns persist. High-density farming increases the risk of disease and waste buildup, which can impact local ecosystems. Sustainable operations must prioritize clean water systems, site rotation, and non-chemical treatments to mitigate these effects. Culturally, an eel remains a luxury product, often inaccessible to average consumers due to high prices and complex preparation. To ensure future resilience, the industry must seek ways to improve affordability and transparency without compromising quality or tradition. When managed responsibly, eel aquaculture offers more than food. It supports ecosystems, livelihoods, and cultural continuity in an evolving world. From the moment they're harvested as transparent glass eels to the moment they're served as glistening unagi, the journey of farmed eels in Japan is a remarkable blend of biology, technology, and tradition. With millions of eels produced annually in controlled environments, this industry not only satisfies a deep cultural demand, but also represents a powerful shift towards sustainable aquaculture, one that could ease pressure on wild populations. Yet this evolution comes with challenges. High costs, energy demands, and ethical questions about intensive farming still linger. And as more countries look to replicate Japan's success, questions around environmental impact, disease control, and long-term viability remain crucial. So what's your take? Do you believe that high-tech eel farming offers a sustainable path forward for seafood production, or should we prioritize restoring wild eel habitats? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your view. And if this story opened your eyes to the incredible world behind your favorite foods, be sure to like this video, subscribe to AgroWorks A, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another look behind the scenes of global food systems. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Until next time, stay curious.